If I told you that 80% of men are in abusive relationships, you would probably think that I'm crazy. Keenan, that's impossible. Men can't be in abusive relationships. Men are the abusers, not the abusees. But I'm screaming bull. The reason I'm screaming bull is because I have observed a couple of things taking place in the past couple of days that just make no sense to me. Number one, there's this belief out there that a woman who isn't difficult in a relationship means that she doesn't care about you. Like, the more abusive a woman is, the more she loves you, which is crazy. Like, think about that. Is crazy to think that. To think that, oh, unless she's being a then she don't really love me. Unless she's on my ass, she don't really love me. That is an abusive logic. It's abusive when you think about it. When you really take a step back and you think, why do I equate how much you make my life harder with how much you love me? You know why? Because most men are the offspring of awful, ratchet women. You have to remember, all of these chicks that you see who are, hoes, or they're out there fighting in the street, or they're, gold diggers, they eventually go on to be mothers. And those mothers, a lot of them have sons. So as a son, you view whatever your mother does as how women are supposed to act. So if your mom is being loud, if she's constantly screaming at you, throwing stuff at you, cursing you out, you believe that your mom loves you, so she's doing those things out of love. Therefore, you go and pursue women who have that same trait, because in your mind, that is what love is. Love is a woman who treats you like I grew up in a two-parent household, so I know what abuse is. Like women abuse. Women abuse isn't the same as men abuse. They do go on to hit men, absolutely. They actually hit men more than we hit women, if you can actually not follow the feminist narrative and do some research. But it never starts out that way. No woman is crazy enough to start out just whipping her boyfriend's ass. It's a process. It's things like this, like manipulation. It starts, one day you talking to your girl and you'll say something, I'm gonna go out and hang out with my boys, and she does the, okay. And in your gut, you're like, wait a minute. Like, what just happened? That okay really means go ahead and hang out with your boys if you want to. But you should be here with me. Then it turns into she's texting you all the time, where you at, what you doing, come to this place this time and all this. What is the way women talk to their kids? So why are they talking to grown men like that? I have no idea. And then it turns into manipulation. Like, when you're upset, she'll cry. She'll cry because she knows that you as a man can't deal with her crying, which means she'll be able to get what she wants, but those tears aren't real. Those tears are forced tears. She's forcing those tears out because she knows that you as a man won't be able to deal with her crying. This is all planned out shit that I've learned women do, thanks to the fact that I have a lot of female friends and they give me the scoop on shit, all right? So this is what they do. That's the abuse, okay? That is the epitome of abuse. I had a woman tell me the other day that I basically said, we can't be together no more. We weren't even together. We was in that beginning stages of figuring, okay, I like her kind of, she's cool. And I had to leave because she was abusive. She said, and I quote, "I'm tired of people walking in and out of my life. If you walk out of my life, I'm going to hurt myself." Now, whether or not she hurts herself, that's her business. That ain't got nothing to do with me. What has to do with me, though, is I was strong enough to walk away because I grew up in a two-parent household, and I've seen my father and my mom interact. So I know abuse. But if you're one of these dudes who your mom was the only source of what a woman's supposed to be, and you grew up in a single-parent household, more often than not, most of the time, you are going to be dating abusive women, but you're not going to know it. That statement of, I'm going to hurt myself unless you stay in my life, that's abuse. That is her trying to manipulate me into staying with me. We're talking about me here. And I don't stay with anybody that I don't want to stay with. So she tried to pull that shit with your boy, Keenan, the one and only. Abuse. A lot of y'all are in abusive relationships, and you know it deep down. If you search your soul, you know it. You just have to take that manly responsibility. Get your balls back. Hey, no more. Hey, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to let you make me feel less than a man. If you're walking around feeling less than a man in any way, you are in an abusive relationship. And 80% of you out there in relationships, the fellas out there, you feel less than a man. Trust me. So get out while you still can. While you still have your sanity. Because another thing that doesn't get brought up, eventually you are going to begin to abuse her. Okay? And nobody gives a about the cause to the effect. That woman could have been spitting on you, beating on you, saying, yeah, what, motherfucker, f***ing ass, blah, blah, blah. Nobody's going to care. Nobody's going to care. They're only going to see when you finally snap and lose your mind. Get out while you still can. Get out. Get the